Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the IDS 105 Learning Community Webinar. I am Melanie Shop, and I'm going to turn on my camera so you guys can see my smiling face. Y'all, I'm so excited that you are here and spending some time with us to learn how to get started in your IDS 105 class the right way and get some tips for your success. Couple of things I wanted to point out before we get started is I do have multiple screens running. So you guys will see me kind of look between screens because when I'm presenting, I can't see the chat. So I have the chat on a separate screen. So I don't want you to think that I'm doing anything else. Just trying to make sure that I have all the information that you guys need and can help with the questions that you may have. Today's session is about your top 10 tips for success in your IDS 105 class. If you just tuned in, please make sure to say hello in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know your major. Let us know where you're from or anything else you might want to share. That is one of the best parts about attending the live sessions is getting to know the fellow classmates that are here. And I had a session just before this, and a lot of students were from Texas, California, quite a few, of course, from New Hampshire. But this session, Florida seems to be the front runner for the state that is most represented so far. So please let us know where you're from. I see Pennsylvania has joined us. I saw some California students, some Texas students. So it's just super exciting to have everybody here. I think I did see somebody say that they were a Michigan fan or lived in Michigan. Man, y'all had a win the other day. I grew up in the Midwest, so I'm an Iowa Hawkeye fan, and my football team did not perform well as we get started. So we will go ahead and get started. I know your guys' time is precious, but I wanted to just give everybody a couple of minutes to go ahead and get logged on. So first and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. A lot of students wonder, like, what is this Online Accessibility Center team and what do they do? This department here at SNHU gives you opportunities to get content like classroom content, these webinars, other webinars that different departments might put on in a way that works best for you and your success. So if you have questions about this or think it might be something that would benefit you in your learning, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Online Accessibility Center. They can go over the options and if there's things that they can do to support your success. Couple of webinar reminders is first and foremost, you do not need a microphone or camera. They're not enabled. That's why we will be utilizing the chat feature as much as possible. I tend to answer most common questions that students have as I'm going through the session. But if you do have a question, don't hesitate to go ahead and pop it in the chat. And I will do my best when I get done at this session to go through and make sure I've answered all of them. And I will kind of pause and spot check the questions and just make sure there's nothing that I'm missing that's major, okay? Second thing is this is an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. Third, these webinars are not graded. And they're also not required. So these webinars are here for you as kind of an extra support. From week to week, when these webinars are posted, you have the option and opportunity to watch them. We will go over how to find your assignments from week to week, talk about some of the concepts that are covered in your class during that week's module. They're really just here for your success. The learning community is outside of your classroom space, so nothing is graded in the learning community. And again, these webinars are just here to help you be successful and have a little bit of fun. The other thing about these webinars is the session that you are attending right now is live. We won't be live again until week 6, module 6, but every week you will have a webinar that's posted. They will be ready to go for you bright and early Monday morning, that week that your new module starts. I'll share that link here in the chat before we go. And that way you know that you can access them and find them when it works best for you and it's convenient for your schedule. It's nice to have them right away at the beginning of the week when you can just kind of tune in when it works for you. So those are kind of my housekeeping items. This is me. You guys get to see my face, but this is also my family and a little bit about me. one of the things here at SNHU is we really want you to see and get to know us behind the screens also. So I do teach a section of IDS 105. I teach a couple of our classes in the first year experience program. So I might be the instructor for some of you, but when you log into that Brightspace classroom where your actual grades and assignments and your class is, you should see who your instructor is. So make sure you check that out. You can see their name, a little bit about them, how to get a hold of them. But this is me. So I do teach classes here at SNHU. I also get the opportunity to work with all of your faculty as an academic partner, and I'm the face of the IDS 105 learning community. So I do these webinars and these videos just to be here for your success and to help you achieve your goals. So fun facts about me is I love the water. Like I mentioned, I live just outside Pensacola, Florida. So the Gulf Shores area, if anybody is familiar, we have, I feel like, the best beaches hands down in the world. That white sand is absolutely amazing. And I love water, whether it's the lake, the river. I think I'm a part-time mermaid is what I kind of joke about. But I also enjoy cycling. I'm an avid road bike cyclist. I also like indoor cycling. I love to read. I always get recommendations from students every term. So if you have books that you have enjoyed, please send them my way. I read all across the genres. I also love coffee. I enjoy spending time with my loved ones. I'm a mom of two very busy boys. And the biggest thing is I'm a resource for you. This learning community here is a resource for you and your success. A lot of students wonder, like, what is this IDS 105 learning community? If nothing is graded in this community, why should I be here? Well, it is a space outside your classroom in SNHU Connect. So if you haven't been in there yet, get in there, check it out, but know that it can take about 7 to 10 days for your login to be active to get into the community, but nothing's graded in there, so don't stress. But once you get into SNHU Connect, we have this IDS 105 learning community that's specific for this class, and any student taking it or previous students that have taken it are in this community. It's a space for you to get to know your peers, build connections with your classmates. I will post links and reminders about any live webinar sessions. I'll give you links for any of the on-demand or pre-recorded webinar sessions. That way it's like a quick link for you to be able to access everything for your success. Plus, I post some motivational content, but also these just-in-time resources called focus videos. The webinars usually week to week are like 30 minutes or less. They cover kind of all the things of where to click and where to find things, where these quick focus videos are under 5 minutes, and they really just dive in on a specific topic or show you how to find something. So they're just a nice extra resource for you, and those are posted already for the entire term. So if you want to check them out, you definitely can check them out and kind of look through them. Things like how to find the discussion board, how to manage your time, just different stuff like that. What does all of this equal? Why do we have this here for you? It's just really to help you be a successful student. Also in SNHU Connect, you can find the clubs and organizations that are out there. So it's just a really great space to help you connect further to the university. I'm super excited that we have a special guest with us, spending some time with us and you today. We have our one of our associate deans for the first year experience and retention strategies, Dr. James Winfield. Dr. J is here today. Just like you got to know a few fun facts about me, I love sharing his fun facts. He is a Marvel fan. So in our last session that we had before this, there was some definite Marvel fans that are in there. So if you're a Marvel fan, make sure you let him know. He loves to cook, but I've never asked him what his favorite dish is to cook. So Dr. J, you're going to have to tell me. He's a family man, and he is also a resource for you. And I'm going to let him share just a couple of his tips for your success and things that he wants you to know as you get started here at the university.
Awesome. Well, Melody, thanks for the introduction. As mentioned, I'm Dr. James Winfield, also known as Dr. J. My students call me that. And I've been with SNHU for close to 3 years now, and it's just been so great to really help students achieve their goals and be who they want to be, as far as making their academic experience the best possible and helping them achieve their career goals. As mentioned, I am a Marvel fan, so got this little Spider-Man desk thing here, along with a couple other trinkets that I have. But also, as far as my favorite meal, I'm a big fan of Indian food, like actual Indian cuisine. I've been trying to revive, really enhance my curry recipes. Butter chicken, or tikka masala. Those are pretty much my favorite. So I'm still working to refine those recipes, but those are my to-go-tos. And I make a mean lasagna. That's on another side of the house, of course, with Italian food. But um, what I want to share with you all now is have those elements of yourself. Okay, first and foremost, find time for self-care, find time for your interests. I know that can be hard because many of us, we have families, we have so many different obligations and responsibilities that we have, but when you have those moments, treasure them. Okay, make certain that you do that. But if there's anything that you will remember, from this session or just from the talk that I'm giving now, is to remember these three words: persist, engage, network. That is an acronym of PEN, and PEN is a play on our mascot, the Penman. So, with that, we want you to persist. We want you to first and foremost persist in life. Persist in all the things you're trying to do to positively influence and impact you and those around you. In addition, we want you to persist from term to term. We want you to persist in your courses. So keep that in mind and just know that we want you to not just push through, but we want you to make certain that you get the support and make it through in a healthy manner. And then we want you to engage. We want you to engage with the numerous resources and supports here. So you're going to hear me and Melanie bring up resources a lot because there's an abundance of them. And at SNHU, we are firm believers that we can't just let you in without the support, right? There's you know advisors here that you continually communicate with. There are tutors that you have. We have a peer mentorship program that I'll provide a little information about in the chat in just a second. But engage with your various resources and supports so that you can just make the most of your academic experience and social experience. And then network. Networking is vital because guess what? Some of you are going to want to pursue graduate study, or for a certain job, you might need a certain recommendation. And guess what? You're going to have that from maybe someone that's within your academic journey. And that can be a professor. So making sure that you connect with your professors, your advisors, your peers in your course, and so that you can just have that additional layer of support. Because guess what? There's no such thing as a silly question going through this. Ask questions and know that we are more than willing to provide an answer or to help guide you to find the answer for whatever your concern or issue may be. And it doesn't even have to be an issue, it can just be something that you're just curious about, right? So, PEN, persist, engage, network. Remember that, and that's what we want you to think about as you move forward in your first year at SNHU.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. J. I'm gonna have to visit your house, y'all. He sounds like a mean lasagna and some Indian food. I don't know about you guys. What's your guys' favorite food? We like to have a little bit of fun in these webinars, if you didn't know. We like you guys to be able to smile and know that we are humans behind these screens, okay? Couple of things that you have already picked up on is that we want you to reach out to us. And like Dr. J mentioned, you're going to hear a lot about the resources and the support that is available to you here at SNHU. But we definitely want you to know and understand that we are so excited that you've chosen SNHU to start or continue your educational journey. How many of you guys have been out of school for a long time and now you're back? Maybe you are somebody that started school before and for whatever reason it just didn't work out and now you're here. Like this time is going to be the time that you're in that degree. Maybe you're going to be the first one in your family to go to college. Maybe you are here because you just wanted to get a degree, or you're getting a degree to move up in your career, or you've always just had a passion about this certain field and you wanted to earn your degree. Whatever it is, share it with us, because we want you to see that you're not alone, but also we want you to know that you are 100% worth this journey. And we want you to know that you got this. So you have to say it out loud. I wish I could always hear this. Yeah, I want you to say it out loud. Like, I got this, type it in the chat. We want you to know that we believe in you and that we're behind you. And if you remember anything from this session, it's that you can totally do this. We believe in you and that you got this. So IDS 105. I like to just give a quick overview of your course so you kind of know what is going to be expected of you. You can also find this information underneath the Start Here area of your Brightspace classroom when you log into your IDS 105 class. When you go to Start Here, there is a syllabus that you can open up and kind of has the policies and the assignments of your course. But just to kind of run through it quick, you will have 6 discussion assignments. You'll have 2 journal assignments. You will have a warm-up. You will have 4 project drafts, and then you will have a final project. So these discussions, every week, you're going to want to make sure that you review your required resources. That'll be readings, videos that you need to watch, and in addition to what's covered in the actual module content. And you're going to be asked a series of questions. So these discussions, your initial post is you answering those questions. Those are always due on Thursdays by 11:59 p.m. And then you want to make sure you respond to at least 2 of your classmates. Those are called peer responses. Those are always due by Sundays. If you want to work on those earlier in the week once classes get started, work ahead at your convenience. Now, with these discussion assignments, keep in mind your very first week, pay attention to that East Coast deadline, because your very first week, your initial post where you answer your questions and give your thoughts for that week 1 discussion, it is due by 11:59 p.m. East Coast time. Okay. Any other assignments will always be due by Sunday of the module. Again, you can work earlier in the week. You can do things ahead if you want, but I caution you, do not get too far ahead, because often you end up having to redo things because you didn't wait for kind of the instructions or some of the top tips for your success. So those are the discussions. You also have 2 journal assignments. We're going to give your feedback on a couple of topics and concepts that you've covered in your class. This warm up that you have, you can take it as many times as you want to for your success. The project drafts and the project are kind of the heavy hitters of your classroom for IDS 105. Please know that you have templates, which means that there's a document created that you are going to be using over and over for each one of these 4 project drafts. Okay, so you're not starting from scratch. You're going to have a Microsoft Word document that you pop open and you type right in it. Okay. Now, what that means is you need Microsoft Word. If you do not have Microsoft Word, you can get it for free as an SNHU student, and I will show you how to do that. You can find that underneath the online student services from your classroom, and you kind of scroll down and you'll see Office 365 and other software. You follow the links, and I'll show you where that is here in a little bit, but you can download Microsoft Word and have it for free for your success. Because with these project drafts, you have 4 of them. So you're going to use the same document each week, and you're going to have a different set of questions you're going to answer for every week. It's very important to pay attention to your classroom announcements and your SNHU university email, because your instructor will communicate with you on how to do these assignments, give you some success tips and things to think about as you work on them. These assignments connect the dots and create your final project. Okay, so just know that these 4 project drafts that you will start in week 2, they come together to make your final project. So I wanted to make sure that that was clear, and you have lots of time. We're going to have webinars for each and every week and each and every assignment, but I just wanted to point those out kind of as an overview of what you have for your class. I'm going to pause for a second and make sure I'm not missing any questions that are in the chat. Yes, I love that. Templates do make it less scary. Don't stress, we got this. The templates are super helpful. And the nice thing about them too is that it kind of just helps keep you organized and all of your thoughts in one place. So diving into our top 10 tips, the first one is to prioritize your time. Have you sat down and thought about when you're going to study or do your homework for your class or classes? Anybody? You want to make sure that you sit down and map out some SNHU time in a way that works best for you and when it works best for you. Okay. So think about, like, if you're somebody that it's better that you get up in the morning to work on stuff, or maybe after anybody in your household goes to bed, or maybe you're in the nooner section is what I call them, where you're doing things at breaks or lunchtime at work, or those little nuggets of time that you have, those pockets of time, and you want to be able to do your homework for your success. I just encourage you to prioritize it, map it out, put it on there, because especially if you have multiple people in your household, it can sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming. So carve out that time for you in a way that works best for you and when it works best for you to do your homework. I always tell students this, and like halfway through the term, they come back and they're like, I didn't do that and I should have done it earlier. So just know that now. That's why you're here. Tip number 2, you guys are already excelling at this. You want to make those connections. Get to know your classmates. You know, you have the webinars when they're live, and there's other departments that do webinars too. Get to know other SNHU students. Once you have access and can log into SNHU Connect and into that IDS 105 learning community, get to know the other students that are in there, explore the clubs, explore the organizations. We want to connect you here to the university. Get to know your faculty. Do not be nervous to reach out to us, okay? I have students tell me all the time that they're nervous to reach out to their instructor, like they don't know what to say. Y'all, we're human. We're just like you. And we would rather have you ask the questions if you're stuck or not sure on something, or just like not sure about our feedback on maybe a grade that you got. We would rather you let us know, even if like something comes up in your life, let us know so that we can best support your success. You know, this also includes getting to know the other SNHU departments. Your advisors here at SNHU are a gem. They have a wealth of knowledge that can connect you to so many different departments. The biggest thing is to use your resources and to make those connections, okay? Your class does have an electronic textbook. So I wanted to just show you that you can actually purchase it right from our SNHU University bookstore directly from your Brightspace classroom. When you log into Brightspace at the top, you'll see that help button. There's a little arrow, click on online student services, and the bookstore is right there at the top. Click on bookstore, click on your course code IDS 105 that you're taking it online, and then you can literally add your books to your cart and check out just like you would if you were Amazon shopping, okay? So just know that. If you forget this or you get stuck or you're not sure how to do it and how to download VitalSource and get it all connected, do not stress, okay? Do not stress. Reach out to your advisor. They are happy to walk you through it. They excel at walking students through it. Also, if you get stuck and can't remember where to find things, the Start Here area of your classroom has the same information. Plus, check your university SNHU email to make sure that you know how to purchase everything and get connected. There's so many spots that have these instructions. But again, if you're like, whoa, I'm not sure how to do this, this seems overwhelming, just reach out to your advisor and they'll walk you through it, okay? Tip number 4, I'm going to pause here real quick and just make sure that there's no major questions. You guys and gals, all of you, I love seeing these map out times for study time for SNHU. Way to like just kind of make a plan. And remember, be flexible with yourself. You know, kind of things can come up. I always encourage students, if you can work earlier in the week, if that works convenient for your schedule, it kind of helps you towards the end of the week when those assignments are due to not feel so overwhelmed. But I am really proud of you guys. That's awesome. And if you haven't mapped out your time yet, you still got time. Classes don't start till Monday. Tip number 4 is that backup plan. Okay, so have you thought about what you're going to do if your internet goes out, or if your computer breaks, or if maybe you have somebody helping you take care of anybody in your household? If they like can't do that, or if you get sick, or baby comes early, baby comes late, work schedules change, people get sick, people go to the hospital. I mean, things happen, right? And I don't want you to cry and panic. I want you to take a deep breath and know that you have a backup plan. So things that have happened, trust me, you're not the first person that it's going to happen to. I have had students that, you know, broken arm, broke fingers, a toddler that smashed an iPhone, dropped the laptop. I myself have had 2 brand new computers in the same 8 weeks, literally like broken, black screen of death. Best Buy had to replace them. I tell that every term because it happens. You know, weather comes in, snowstorms, you know, electricity gets taken out, you know, things happen. So just make sure that every term, remember to write down the phone number and email address of your advisors and your faculty, any instructors that you have for classes. Because if something's going on and something has come up, let us know, because when we know, we can help you be successful, get back on track, make a plan for your success. You're not going to be the first person that it's happened to or the last person that it's happened to. Remember too, things for like Wi-Fi and computers, the local libraries have free computers to use, internet to use, you know, coffee shops, restaurants all have that free Wi-Fi out there. So like, there's not a reason that you can't connect to those, even in little tiny small towns. Like my town that I grew up in is teeny tiny. It's like less than 500 people. And like we have Wi-Fi at like all the 2 restaurants that are in the town. So, you know, just know that those are options that are out there for you should you find yourself in a bind, okay? Tip number 5 kind of goes with making that SNHU time, but it's really important to have a to-do list. Know what's on your schedule inside and outside the classroom, especially if you have multiple people in your household that you're taking care of or kind of running after or doing different things. It's really important that you know like what's due for your academic life, your personal life, and your professional life. Okay. Like just keep those things in mind and just try to find a way to get yourself organized, whatever works for you. You know, if you're somebody that you like a planner and all the pretty pins that go with it, like heck yeah, put that in motion. You know, if you're somebody that likes post-it notes and putting things in your cell phone with alarms, do what works for you. I always love to know how students are organized. I am like a post-it note queen. Like I should show you guys my post-it note that I have here so you guys can see like what I do. Every day I make a post-it note list. See? My husband puts things in his Google Calendar, and I also have alarms in my phone. What do you guys do to stay organized? I always love to ask this question because other students can learn from you and what keeps you organized and what helps you be successful. We also have these incredible peer mentors here at the university, and Dr. J can put the link to connect with them in the chat. They help you kind of navigate academic life and all the things that come along with it, which is really pretty cool. Tip number 6, you guys have already heard us say it, but we're going to say it again. Communication is key. It is so important that if you have questions, you're stuck on something, you're not sure on something, life happens, like just things have come up, you know, let your instructors and your advisors know. Like, do not hesitate to reach out to us because when we know, we can help make a plan for you to stay on track or to get back on track. Okay. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Make sure you know, be your own best advocate and really connect for your success. As I mentioned, these webinars, like this session is live. We're not going to be live again until week 6. But in the interim, you still have webinars for every single week. And so these are the links for how to find those webinars. You just click on the webinar link, look for the week you want to watch. Like for example, module 1, week 1's webinar is loaded and ready to go. It'll be live bright and early Monday morning, January 8th when classes start, okay? These focus videos, if you click the link, it'll take you there. They're already loaded for the entire term. You can kind of click through and like see what you have going on and just kind of help break down some of those concepts you're going to be covering or just understand how to do some of those assignments you're going to have coming up in the coming weeks. Remember, classes don't start until Monday, January 8th. That's when your instructors are going to be there. That's when you want to start actually doing your class work. But before that, I encourage you to kind of get in there, click around, know what's available to you, know how to navigate, take the FYE 101, the orientation class to Brightspace. It'll really help you be successful. Those are just some things that are out there for your success. Tip number 8, I'm just going to pause real quick. I'm going to check the chat. Oh, I see that Dean Stable is here. Tara, do you want to say hi? Do you want me to, let me pause. I think she's in here. I was going to say I'll let her say hi quick.
Hello, everybody. I am so excited that you guys are here. I wanted to pop in quickly and say hello and welcome to SNHU. I'm also going to be teaching IDS 105, so maybe I will see some of you guys in class. And just to wish you a very, very, very happy New Year. That's all. Back to you, Melanie.
Awesome. Thank you, Dean Stable. Y'all, that's what I love. One of the things about SNHU is just how accessible our amazing academic leadership team is to all of us as your faculty and as students. They really want you to be successful and always love interacting with our students, which is super exciting. Tip number 8 is to know your success team. So I want you to take a minute and I want you to think about like who is supporting you on this journey. I want to know like who's motivating you, who is going to be the people that maybe might look over some of your writing assignments, who's going to tell you those hard truths. We need to hear them. Who's going to keep us going, you know, celebrate with us on our wins, pick us back up if we have any of those struggles. You know, those are some of the things that are kind of out there. So I always love to know like who is out there, who is supporting you, who is supporting your success, because keep those people close to you. Okay. Keep them close to you, lean on them when you need to, even if you don't want to sometimes, lean on them because when you know you have people supporting you, that is so amazing. And you have the resources here at SNHU. I know I have a lot of students too that'll tell me like, it's me that is pushing myself through this and it's me that is supporting myself. Like, yes, that's awesome. Just know you have resources here at your fingertips to help you be successful. Tip number 9 is to use your feedback. So every week, your instructors will spend a lot of time grading your assignments, okay? So for example, week 1 starts on January 8th, right? So you're gonna have, it starts on Monday, January 8th, and the module ends that Sunday, okay? That following Sunday. Remember, you have an initial discussion post due that Thursday, and then any other assignments and your classmate responses, minimum of 2. Yes, you can do more if you want to, but make them count. A couple sentences doesn't cut it. You have to have at least 2, are always due by Sunday, okay? And then your faculty have an entire week, so 7 days. So we have until that following Sunday to grade your week 1 work, okay? So I know students get nervous sometimes because some faculty will grade as things come in. Some faculty will kind of grade throughout the week. Others, you might not see your stuff until like Sunday night. So just know that if you're ever worried about if you got something submitted and your faculty member can see it, or did you do it right? Like, just take a moment, send an email to your instructor, and they can always double check that they can see it and that everything is good to go so that you don't worry about it, okay? So it's so important to always pay attention to those due dates and deadlines. I saw a question in the chat about, are those due dates always the same? Anytime there's a discussion assignment, it's always Thursdays for your initial post, peer feedback minimum of 2 by Sunday, but you can always work ahead on those earlier in that week as convenient for your schedule. The very first week, pay attention to your initial discussion post because it's due at 11:59 p.m. East Coast time. After that, it goes to your time zone, okay? And then any other assignments like project, drafts, journals, or project, those are always due on Sundays of the week that they're assigned. But if you want to work ahead on those earlier in the module week, you are more than welcome to, as convenient for you, okay? So I hope that answered those questions that I see that are out there in the chat. So tip number 10, we're almost to the finish line here, is to use your resources. I cannot emphasize this enough. You have so many people pulling for you and your success, both inside and outside the university. So here at SNHU, this is a snapshot. This isn't even everybody. You have your instructors. Again, do not hesitate to reach out to us, okay? We want to hear from you. We want to make sure that you are feeling confident in what you're doing. You're able to find things, that your questions are being answered. That's why we're here, okay? So reach out to your instructors. You also have the amazing advising team. There's no such thing as getting with our career team too early. So know that if you're kind of undecided on your major or not really sure what you want to do with your career, they have so many resources available online. They're just a click away, even now in the beginning of your journey. The academic support team, y'all, has a whole bunch of services. These are just a couple. Students always love the written feedback service, which I will take a minute and show you. That service is where any SNHU writing assignment, so discussions, projects, journals, papers, projects, you actually can upload those to the academic support team and they review it to make sure that you're on point with the scope of the assignment. They'll look it over from a grammatical standpoint too, but not like perfectly. They're mostly just going to make sure that you're on topic and that things are trending in the right direction, and they'll give you some feedback within 24 hours. Usually it's about 12 hours, which is pretty awesome. And students tell me all the time that they wish they would have utilized that service earlier in the term. For some reason, y'all are nervous and you don't reach out to them until like midpoint in the term, maybe later in the term, and they're always like, why did I not do this sooner? Because it's just really helpful. The academic support team also has tons of workshops and tutoring options. Plus, like I mentioned earlier, and James can pop that, Dr. J can pop that link in the chat. We have an amazing peer mentor group, which are students that were just like you. They've been through this journey and they really help you just kind of navigate student life. You have SNHU Connect, which is where you can find the clubs and organizations here at SNHU, plus the learning community for IDS 105. As a reminder, you don't get access to that until about 7 to 10 days after your registration from classes is complete, okay? The library, the help desk are all a click away, plus outside of class. You know, you guys already mentioned a lot of you have friends, family, loved ones that are supporting you. Those are kind of those personal or social supports outside the classroom to help you be successful. You know, don't forget about those friends, coworkers, extended family, pets are on that list, and of course you. None of it matters if you're not advocating for yourself and utilizing these connections and resources that are available to you inside and outside the classroom. So this is my encouragement to you to use your resources, be your own best advocate, and just go after your best educational journey because we want you to be successful here at SNHU. That is our goal because we know your goal is earning your degree. So just as a reminder, those clubs and organizations you can find in SNHU Connect. Again, the login takes about 7 to 10 days after you register for classes to be complete. I know I get a lot of questions about student clubs and organizations, like what kind of clubs and organizations are out there. There are so many. I saw that we have some military members here. Thank you so much for your service. We have military clubs. There are psychology clubs. There is paranormal clubs. There is something for every single major that is out there. There's the Nerds Unite Club. I mean, there's so many things. I can't even list them all. And then if you're interested in starting something that's not there, there's a process for that too. So I encourage you to definitely get in there, explore, and connect. There's some really awesome things that are in SNHU Connect. So that is kind of the main part of the session, but I wanted to actually share a classroom space with you for IDS 105 so that you could see where to click, how to find things, and where things are in your classroom space, okay? So first and foremost, can everybody see my screen okay now that I flipped to a classroom space? So this is actually, I teach IDS 105 and I'm teaching this term. So this is my classroom space. So if you're one of my students, hey, but I wanted to showcase that when you log into Brightspace, you should see who your instructor is like right off the bat. But if you want to learn more about them and kind of when they're available, how to get a hold of them, I always encourage students to click on course menu announcements and scroll down for that My Instructor announcement. Every instructor will have that. Also underneath course menu is quick access to the learning modules, which remember, you have one module for each week. So module 1, week 1, module 2, week 2, and so on all the way for 8 weeks, okay? You'll click link to the discussion assignments and you can always see your grades under here. But I wanted to click on learning modules really quick because I wanted to just showcase that underneath learning modules, when you click on start here, that is where you will see a copy of your IDS 105 syllabus. So that kind of has your assignments, an overview of the class, policies, things that you want to be aware of and know about, okay? Also, I encourage you to scroll through this. Always click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. When you click on Welcome to IDS 105, there's a great video to kind of give you an overview about the class and what to expect. Plus, there's this handy dandy vital source information part that literally tells you how to access everything for your electronic bookshelf and be able to work through getting everything connected. But again, if you get stuck, reach out to your advisor. They will help you get everything ready to go. A couple of other things I wanted to point out is you have direct access to the Shapiro Library. If you click on this little down arrow, there's an awesome resource for citing your sources. Remember, if you ever utilize direct quotes, if you ever utilize statistics, images, movies, something that is not your own, something that is from somebody else, you want to make sure you give credit where credit is due and do it appropriately. A lot of students ask about like, how do I cite my sources? Where do I even get started? Y'all, right here. Quick, easy, goes through everything that you need to know, okay? Also, you can get to the Shapiro Library homepage right here too. I also talked about that academic support menu, right? So academic support is right here at the top, and they have a menu of services to help you be successful. So they even have 24/7 drop-in tutoring. They got workshops. They have some tutors, academic coaches. The heavy hitter that a lot of students really love is this written feedback. So it literally tells you that you upload and submit your drafts and assignments, anything SNHU related, for written feedback. And then you will select the areas that you want the person to focus on to look over, and they'll give you that targeted feedback within 24 hours. Usually it's about 12. So you just click try it now, follow the prompts, upload your assignment. Okay. A lot of students tell me all the time they're so thankful that they utilize that service. It was just really helped them be more confident in their writing and making sure that they were on track and they saw their grades improve. So know that when we are working through your assignments and grading them, if you're struggling with your writing, we can watch your writing get better as you work with that service. Okay, so it's a great resource out there for your success. The other spot I wanted to show you is underneath help. You will see a quick access to the IT service desk. If there's anything technical that's not working right, or you're not seeing something right, or something isn't working right from a tech standpoint, you want to click with the service desk. There's also these helpful student tutorial videos that I encourage you to watch, especially if you've been out of school for a while or technology is just like not your strong suit. These are really helpful. And then you have this online student services link. If you click on online student services, it pulls up all the departments here at the university. So like I said, the help desk is right here again too, but also you have click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. You have the bookstore, you have academic support, you have your advisors, you have this My SNHU orientation, which is super helpful in showing you how to navigate, the commonly used features and how to do things here at the university and find announcements and important information. Always be checking your university SNHU email. Always be checking your course announcements. Those are two really important areas to always make sure you're paying attention to and checking multiple times throughout the week, because that is how the university communicates with you. We also have the Brightspace learning environment for students, shows you how to navigate Brightspace, which is really helpful, really easy to go through. Again, with the library, the financial services team. Here's that Office 365 and other software where I mentioned you can get Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint for free. Click the blue, gets you where you want to go, follow the prompts, and you'll be able to download it to your system. If you get stuck, reach out to the help desk, okay? But this is very important because for IDS 105, those project drafts that are templates and your final project template, they're all Word documents. So it's really important to have that Microsoft Word so that you can utilize those templates for ease and for your success. We also have the Online Accessibility Center, which I mentioned earlier when we started this session. You have the Career Services team, you have the Wellness team, and then you have SNHU Connect. So when you click on SNHU Connect, it'll actually take you to the, you know what, it's going to give me the learning message. So hold on just a sec. I'm going to switch over here. I'm going to show you guys this way. When you click on it, you guys will see I forgot I'm logged in as a faculty member, so it doesn't always translate the way that I want it to. But this is what you'll see when you log into the IDS 105 learning community. So you will see in here, students are already introducing themselves, saying hello. I'm in there. I always give reminders and different things for your success. You can search clubs, organizations up here in the right-hand corner. But I also want to show you that you can look up like groups and you can browse any kind of group. There's all kinds of fun stuff out here. The Making New Connections group is an awesome one for students too. So this is what the learning community looks like. You can see there's already students in here active. Super excited. You'll just kind of notice that you're just not by yourself as you're navigating this new journey. Okay, so last thing I wanted to show you all, because next week on January 8th, when you start classes, you will have a module webinar that literally walks you through everything for week 1. But I wanted to show you just really quick that underneath course menu, when you go to your learning modules, I wanted to show you kind of like how to navigate them. And I saw a question in the chat. Brightspace is not Pulse. So Pulse is SNHU Connect. So think SNHU Connect, Pulse is organization, student clubs, learning communities, nothing graded. Okay. Brightspace is your classroom space where things are graded. That's how I kind of like to break those things down. Okay. So as we went to those learning modules, let's click on module 1. Always click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. Click on the introduction. And I tell students all the time, you want to scroll all the way down every time and always click over. So you'll notice that when you click on the very first module, it's going to go kind of an overview and objectives. There's lots of text. Review it, go through it, arrow over. Okay. I always remind students, make sure that you're reviewing the actual information in the module, because a lot of helpful concepts, vocabulary, things that are helpful for your class and your success on completing the assignments are actually within the module too. Okay, so there's a lot of text, but just review it as you can, piece by piece, little by little, and then you want to arrow over. One of the things I wanted to point out is you want to always make sure that you're reviewing the required resources section every module. Okay, it'll tell you what chapter you're reading. It'll also link you to any helpful websites, extra reading, or videos that'll just help you be successful in understanding the concepts or the assignments for that week. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. The other thing I wanted to show you really quickly is underneath course menu, if you click on discussions, when you click on discussions, it will have this general questions area. This is a space where if you just have a general question about the class or a general question about the assignment, your instructor will see it and get back to you within 24 hours. However, this is a public space. So if it's something about like your grade or something personal, always email your instructor, okay? The other thing is your module discussions are going to be all here. You click the blue to get started. So for example, for next week, you're going to be introducing yourself, which is awesome. and then you're going to share your top 3 social identities, and then you're going to answer this question 3 and question 4. So basically, you want to make sure that you review the content, and then you come in and answer the questions. I know for some students, they find it helpful to like copy the questions and like put it in Microsoft Word and then answer them, and then they always copy and paste it over, and then they save it just in case there's a technology snafu. They have an extra copy of their discussion assignment. Top tip right there. But this is where you find them. And what you want to do is you want to click on the blue, gets you to where you want to go, and it'll give you all the information. And then you will see a start new thread area, which I'm logged in as a faculty member, so you guys don't see, there'll be a little button that says start new thread. And then if anybody is posted already, like your instructor or other classmates, you'll see something just like this. Okay, so again, you click the blue and you'll be able to review what your instructor or classmates have posted. Okay, so I just want to kind of run through that with you guys really quick. Just as a reminder, you can check your grades all the way through the term right here. Stay on top of them. It's super important. And we're just really excited to have you guys here. So I am going to actually stop sharing my screen so I can check the chat and make sure that I got all the questions. But was that helpful? So do we feel better about starting classes and seeing where everything is and understanding where all the things are? Thank you so much, Tara and James, for being in the chat with me and answering all these questions. There's a lot happening and there's a lot of information right now, but just remember to take a deep breath, take it day by day, map out that SNHU time, reach out to your instructor or your resources as you may need something or as you have questions. And just, don't forget to have fun on this journey too, okay? The webinars are always here for you to go back and watch as many times as you need to watch them, especially the weeks that I like click through assignments and show you where to find stuff. You can always go back and watch them as much as you want. Remember with SNHU Connect, if you log in and you don't have access yet, don't panic. It takes about 7 to 10 days after you register for classes to be all set and ready to go. But once you get in there, it's super exciting, but nothing's graded in there. So don't panic if you can't get in there. It's just an extra place outside your classroom to get to know other students, join clubs, and be a part of the learning community, okay? Everything graded is in Brightspace, and your classes start on Monday, January 8th. And when you go into that discussion assignment, sorry guys, when you go into that discussion assignment in your class on Monday, you guys will see the start a new thread. I forgot I was logged in as a faculty member, and on my end, you won't see that. But when you go in there, you guys will see it. But if you get stuck, watch the focus videos. It'll walk you through it. Also, know that your advisor is there for your success and in helping you kind of navigate this classroom space. Dr. J or Tara, anything you guys want to add before we let them go for the day?
Yeah, I'll just kind of hop in. Just some additional affirmation and just know that IDS 105 is a cool course. You'll be able to bring in your lived experiences, your work experience, and really impact that and think about, how do we navigate, the various differences, but also the commonalities that we have, right? So it's a really cool concept. I've taught the course. Melanie's taught it, and Dean Stable's going to teach it as well. So just be open, and it's going to be a great dialogue and conversation. But know that you all have a lot to bring to SNHU, and we are looking forward to what you have to offer.
Yeah, y'all, we're just super excited for you. And just remember, as you navigate this classroom space, there's a lot of information. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, but you're also going to learn a lot about others, and your eyes are going to be open to different perspectives. So just be open-minded, kind of enjoy the ride. If you have questions or get stuck, reach out. We are so excited for you, and thank you for choosing SNHU to begin or continue your academic journey. We believe in you. We know that you're going to be amazing. So just take it day by day, use your resources, and remember that you got this. This session is recorded. I will work on getting the recording downloaded. It's usually available within 24 hours. I will post that link right now so that you guys know where to find it, and you just look for the week that you want to watch. If you have questions, if you get stuck, again, don't hesitate to reach out to your instructors, your advisor, or post something in the learning community. We will get back to you, but just know you're going to be great. So enjoy the rest of your week. Get ready for classes to start on Monday. And you know what? You got this. Good luck, everybody. You're going to be amazing.